Working with the chameleon is very experiential. Jung, when he related to the archetype of chameleon, noted that it is an animal that on one hand is quiet and calm, and on the other hand has a lot of ingenuity, and something hypocritical about it. Its ability to change colors, its ability to suddenly stick out its long tongue and swallow. Students and patients very, very much enjoy actually holding the chameleon in one hand and its prey in the other hand, and watching as she sticks out her tongue and swallows the prey. It is very difficult to acquire proficiency of this kind when working with chameleons. Therapy with the help of animals involves 3 separate layers. The first layer is the passive therapeutic layer. Its main element is observing the animals. The second layer is the active therapy. All activities that we do take place in the animal's environment, whether it is riding or brushing, stroking, combing, and feeding. The third layer is the humanized layer, which is essentially the similarity that exists between the behavior of animals and the behavior of man, whether it is our learning from animals and whether it is a discussion which enables us to speak about ourselves with the help of the animals. At the HAVAYOT Center, there is a multidisciplinary staff, including assisted therapists working with animals, national service volunteers, a psychologist, psychiatrist, social worker, and everything according to the needs that we have. We are in the process of establishing a wide variety of classes at the HAVAYOT Center, enrichment classes that are experiential, educational, and involved caring for animals. Some of the classes take place here at the center, and for some, we go out and run activities at the client's discretion, and at a place of his or her choice. Classes for children, preschool, schools, college students, and almost anyone who is looking for this sort of process of experience, we can provide him or her with this process. Imprinting is a very important part of our work with the animal world. Most of the animals in our center are imprinted animals. These are animals that we take just as they hatch or are born, and we feed them so that the animal thinks that we are its flock, and she becomes completely accustomed to being around humans. Most of the animals that we imprint are animals that were orphaned during the birth process, or before being hatched, and there is no one to care for them except for human beings. People imprint parrots on a regular basis in order to facilitate contact with them in such a way that is experiential and successful. Bat Ketem is very special for me. Bat Ketem's mother, Ketem, or Spot in English, died after birthing her, and we are caring for Bat Ketem, a foal waking every 2 hours at night to feed her, and she is so precious and dear to us because her mother was my partner in work. It was very hard for me to come to terms with her death, but we were left with Bat Ketem, who is a comfort, and when she grows up, she will be a caregiver, a partner in the journey that I have embarked upon. Suf is very ill, and yesterday we took him for a biopsy. That is being sent to a special lab in England. Then we will know if he has a virulent bacteria that can be treated, or perhaps worse than that, has a cancerous growth, skin cancer, and we will have to put him to sleep. In the hospital, it was recommended that we put him to sleep a few days ago. This is a very hard dilemma for me. It is hard for me to put to sleep the animals that I work with. It is hard for me to put to sleep such a small pony. On the other hand, the costs of treating such a pony are very high. To illustrate it for you, the amount that the treatment has cost until now would be enough to purchase a fully grown horse that could be used for therapeutic riding, or could finance the cost of a year of treatment for a patient here in the center. And these decisions are very, very difficult. The HAVAYOT Center is located in Gush-Etzion. We are located in an area that unfortunately has suffered from terror attacks in the last 2 years, the terror that is afflicting all of the state of Israel. Our location here is to answer a need specifically among a population that requires it because of the security situation. They require assistance of the type that we are able to provide. We also receive patients who unfortunately have experienced terror or hostile actions in other areas throughout the country. We do our best to help, to soothe, to provide tools that can help the person be rehabilitated and return to society and normal behavior. All of the work with animals makes me feel good. It makes me feel good on a very, very personal level, a very private level, in the process that I go through while working with animals. But it also makes me feel good to help people, to rehabilitate them in such a way that I am allowing people with difficult complexities to succeed and cope and live their lives in the best way possible.